What's up, you guys? I'm gonna do Eternal Grove on hard mode. So I'm running my Spirit Spammer as usual. I have Gwen with Energy Surge. I have just my standard Elementalists. I added Resurrection Signet to everybody. Yeah, anyways, Norgu's on Ineptitude. Master of Whispers has some Minion Master. And then I added this Spirit Spammer for defensive spirits, just because I figured I'd probably need it, because I remember this mission being kind of tanky, like you just kind of sit in the middle and tank. Maybe I don't need it. Sorry, maybe I don't need it. Whatever. Because I tried this once before I recorded this, and I wiped. I tried to like run up and catch the afflicted at the end, way up like north where they spawn, or like west where they spawn rather. But that was like a catastrophic failure. So, yeah, I tried. So this is like the second run of this mission that I did. Yeah. So if you'll notice, if you've been watching all these videos, I don't know, like if you guys have watched any other of these factions series that I'm making right now. But up until this point, my user interface like has been missing like the hero flags. This user interface that I made, that I designed myself. But just today, actually, before I recorded this video, I just went in and I finally finished the hero flags for the UI mod that I'm working on. I previously had postponed doing the hero flags, just because there's like 30 buttons, more than 30 buttons actually, or I don't know, something like that. Because there's like a different one for like hovering, a different one for like if they're placed, a different one for if they're placed and you're hovering, a different one if it's like unavailable. So like each of these 5 like hero flag buttons, like I don't know, I finally finished. I'm really proud of that. So yeah, for this mission, just flag your heroes right behind the pillars, so that they can block like some of the projectiles that get launched at them. And of course talk to the juggernauts. After you kill the first siege turtle, you can talk to the juggernauts and they'll follow you. I recommend just talk to them and then just let them follow you. If you talk to them a second time, they will the juggernauts will stay in place. Like, so if you talk to them once, they'll follow, and then talk to them again, they'll stay in place. But I recommend just let them follow you. Especially for the second part with the afflicted, the hard part. Like this part's pretty easy. Especially if you're running Spirit Spammer, you can just run and pretty much assassinate all these turtles. Yeah, so just spammer spirits. I brought Spirit Leech Aura. I changed my build just a little bit. I brought Spirit Leech Aura just because these turtles use Turtle Shell, which reduces all the damage down to 1, unless they're stealing health, which in Spirit Leech Aura makes your spirits steal health. So that's nice. So they actually do damage versus him, or versus the turtles. So yeah, I just flagged my heroes because pretty much like that gate was safe, you know, because there's no enemies approaching that gate right now. So I just flagged my heroes up closer to the turtles so that they could help me out with him, and then I flagged them like right back. Even though they're not done with this battle, it's better that they're fighting like up here, like in a more strategic position. Yeah, sweet. So what's cool about this mission is that you can just because like of the distance between these two gates, you can actually have 2 full sets of spirits sitting at each gate, because the spirits will only kill each other, or I mean they'll only like negate each other and like destroy like the original one, if they're within spirit range, and it's just outside of spirit range, these 2 gates, so you can actually maintain both spirit walls on both gates, which is cool. Yeah. So this is, this is one of the more tricky missions, just because it requires a lot of like tactics. But as long as you, I would say, as long as you, I don't know, I don't even know where I was going with that sentence. This mission, it's like notorious. It's like notorious for being like one of the hardest missions. But I feel like that might just be because people really struggle, flagging heroes and stuff. If you do it right, it's pretty safe. Yeah, see, I just brought my heroes over, because just with some help, these rangers actually do some gnarly damage. They can kill your spirits pretty quick. So yeah, just bring your heroes over. You'll be fine. If you just play defensively, just if you ever bring like your heroes over, be sure just to like flag them right back by the gate when you're done killing the turtles. Yeah, I really shouldn't have brought Xandra. I didn't need her. I thought I might, but I didn't. See, because okay, so this mission basically is divided into two parts. There's two parts where like this first part is where the Luxons, they do a little siege of the place, and they bring in like their turtles and stuff. And then the second part, there's waves of afflicted, like huge waves, and the second part's always like the killer part. So the last time I ran this, like just before I recorded this, I did pretty much the same thing for this part, and I think I got a little bit like cocky, and so I ran up to the west, because at least the first waves of afflicted all spawn in the west, and I thought I could intercept them, but they quickly overwhelmed me, and I wiped, so that wasn't good. So this time, like the video that you're actually watching, I stay inside and I just hunker down inside the base, and I don't even like, the enemies don't even stand a chance. What's nice about hunkering down inside the base is that there's like 10 or 15 allies in there, and even if they're not doing like huge damage, they're still body blocking for you. Yeah, so here the second part starts. So what I recommend you do is, like if you're struggling on the second part, is flag one hero kind of towards this gate, just close enough to grab the aggro, yeah, just close enough to grab the aggro as the enemies come in. So I flagged just my first two heroes. It doesn't matter who you have, and then flag the rest of your party right smack dab in the middle. See that? And then what's cool is that your heroes, your whole party will be able to like focus on either side, if necessary. Yeah, so you just like lay your spirits down, try to bring them forwards. Yeah, so if either of the two people that you flagged, if they start getting like attacked or killed, then whoever's sitting in the middle can just heal them. Yes, so it's not really much of a problem. See, Vec, he's taking some damage, but he just got like prodded and healed, so by Master Whispers, who's standing right there, So it's really nice. And then, yeah, so for this part, make sure that the Juggernauts, I don't remember talking to them for the second phase, but I think that they I think they're still following me. You might actually want to have one of the juggernauts stand right in the middle on top of your party, like the majority of your party, because the juggernaut has this aura if you stand near it, where it gives everybody near it +1 energy regeneration. So if you just plop him down right in the middle, then he'll give all your party like +1 energy regeneration if it's worth it. You know, they're pretty good body blocks. Yeah, so see, look, my party isn't even taking damage. My party's taking 0 damage right now. And it's because there are so many allies. You know, I closed the ally tab, like underneath Xandra, if you look. But there's like at least four pets, like the little crabs that the Luxons have. Plus there's a ton of Luxon Rangers and the Juggernauts, you know, so if you just try to keep your spirits forward, if you have them, and just kind of like hunker just like one like midline behind, that's a weird way to put it, just hunker down like a little bit behind the row of allies, and you'll be fine. Like, it's gonna be pretty easy. So yeah, for this part, like, these tree stingers, they're sitting pretty close to the gate, so just make sure that nobody gets too close. I would drag your spirits towards whichever side is closer, whichever enemies are closer to the singers, the tree singers. So as you like, yeah, so just summon your spirits like side to side, like from one side to the other, depending on like at the time who is at more risk, you know, because your spirits of nothing is gonna run past your spirits. Your spirits are such like an easy target that everybody's gonna like target them. Ooh, yeah, so see when she, I guess she dies right here. She pops right back up just because res singing is actually really good. I think I'm gonna use it from now on. It's something that I haven't used really before, you know, because hard reses they obviously have like a value and appeal, but it's really nice to just have a guaranteed like easy quick res. 3 seconds is very, very fast, and it can make a huge difference, and it requires 0 energy, which can also, like, if you're at the position where like you need a res, your heroes probably aren't gonna have too much energy, and it doesn't have any like special like conditions like half range or like flesh of my flesh where you lose half your health. It's just great to have, and if you have like 4 or 5 of them, you know, they'll res like any accidents. It'll like quickly like recover from any like little blips before they like spiral out of control. Because 25% energy that it gives you is actually a bit more than most reses will give you. Although, of course, I recommend having at least 1 or 2 hard reses still on your team. And what's nice about having res signet on your belt, on your bar, is that it actually takes a skill away from your heroes, and that might sound silly, but it's actually better to have less like castable skills on your heroes, because you want your heroes to cast the right spells. So if you have like all these like little extra like enchantments and like little like utility skills, soon your hero like will pretty much just be casting like useless, or not useless, but like secondary spells, when you really want them to be casting their elite, you know, like Searing Flames or whatever you happen to have on the bar. So don't worry like about filling like all 8 skills with something like useful, because often the most like a slot that you don't know what to fill with is better filled with nothing, and that sounds weird, but it's true. Because really, I would really encourage you to target one of your heroes and just pay attention to what they're casting. If they're not casting like what you want them to be casting, it's because they have too many other skills. so put like long recharge skills, put like really conditional skills like reses and stuff. That'll keep your heroes focused on the task at hand. Okay, so I think this is about it. Yeah, the last wave will come from this side. So just cancel your flags for this last wave with the 2 bosses. Just yeah, go home. Sweet. So that's it. It's pretty late for me, so I'm sorry if I'm rambling or off topic. Sweet. I was actually a little bit afraid for this mission because I remember struggling in hard mode, or I mean in normal mode back in the day. But it looks like I did fine, and I hope you do fine too. Peace out.